Hey everyone, it's Saved by Vape again, and today I'm going to be doing another e-juice review. This one is going to be on two flavors from Tasty Waves e-liquid, Boardwalk Kettlecorn, and Pound Cake, and this is the lemon pound cake. These flavors are available on tastywaves-eliquid.com for, well, let's see here. You can get a 0 milligrams, 3 milligrams, 6 milligram, 12 milligram, or 18 milligrams of nicotine. 30 ml bottle is $15, a 60 ml is $30, a 120 ml is $40, and a 240 ml bottle is $60. So if you're a watcher of my channel or if you're new here, then you should know that I do mostly reviews on budget e-juice, which I define as $40 or less for a 120 ml bottle. In this case, the 120 mls are $40, and that is right in that range. But what's really nice is if you follow their Facebook page, it seems that almost every other weekend they do a buy one, get one free sale on various sizes, usually including the 120 mils. So you could, depending on when you order, actually get two 120 ml bottles for $40, which makes them $20 a pop, which is fantastic price. So like I said, I got two 120 ml bottles. And they come in these nice, like, short but fat plastic squeezy bottles with a nozzle top. I think this is like a perfect bottle for 120 mils to come in. It's not too big. It's not glass with a dropper, which I really get annoyed by. But yeah, so actually what happened is the other weekend, Roger, the owner of Tasty Waves, was at a vape convention, and he had some excess e-liquid from that convention, and he was doing a sale where the 120 mils were $25 plus $6 shipping. But also a buy one get one free was going on. So I actually got both these bottles, 240 mils total, for $31, which is kick ass. Since I'm also located in Maryland, which is where this company is based, I believe in Dundalk, I got these in one day after they were shipped, which is just, that's awesome. One day from the seller to the consumer. That's just fantastic. So let's just get started with the tasting. First off, we're going to do the Boardwalk Kettlecorn, which I have on my Sapor RDA with a staggered fuse clapped in, my Sigelli 150 at 95 watts. Sorry, I've been having a cold lately. That's not really because of this liquid here. It might be allergies actually, but either way, I've been real stuffed up and scratchy lately. This flavor is pretty much exactly how it's described, which is a Boardwalk Kettlecorn. You know, Kettlecorn, that sweet popcorn. It's got the popcorn, cornish flavor, and then you got like the sugary glaze, almost like a little toasted note. It's absolutely delicious and very, very accurate to what it is. This juice does have a little bit of a throat hit. It's not powerful or painful, but it's just like you definitely do feel it going in. So when we go to my scale of throat hit, 0 being 0 milligram nicotine, 10 being a 3 milligram just with awful, harsh, nasty nicotine that you get from a lot of budget juices, I would give this one a 4 out of 10 because it does have a little bit of a hit, but it's not harsh and it doesn't burn. And it doesn't have any off flavor. The flavor itself is extremely accurate and very, very delicious. And for the price, you really can't beat it. And like I said, I absolutely love these bottles. These are just, they're awesome for dripping. They're great for carrying. They don't seem too messy. I really like these sort of nozzles on them. So that's definitely really good for the Boardwalk Kettlecorn. I've had caramel corn flavors in the past. One that I can think of in particular that actually had a pretty nasty throat hit to it, so I don't know if I should really count that one. But this one just has a lot more of an accurate Kettlecorn taste to it. It's really, really good. Overall flavor quality, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's delicious. And for accuracy, 0 being, you know, tastes like garbage, 10 being tastes exactly like Boardwalk Kettlecorn, I'd have to give this one, let's also call it a solid 7.5. It tastes very, very similar to the real deal, and it is delicious. Next up, admittedly, this is my preference of the two. This is the pound cake. You can order it in either regular pound cake or lemon, and it's just described as the perfect pound cake. So I have that one sitting on my DNA 200 Rouleau on the Goon RDA with a fused clapped-in 26 gauge cores, 34 gauge wraps. Ohming at a 0.29, I have it at 100 watts. Let's see how it tastes. This one is shocking to me. It's incredible. It really, really is. You know, like I said, maybe I'm a little bit biased because I got these juices at basically $15 a pop. And it's a local company, so I'm definitely all for that. But seriously, this flavor... The lemon is strong but not overpowering. It's a nice balance between candy lemon and fresh lemon, pretty much exactly what you would taste in a lemon pastry. You get that as like a good forefront of the flavor, and then in the background you just get a solid, buttery, delicious pound cake. Like, I'm actually blown away by this liquid. It is that good. You know, have you ever had Pound It by Food Fighter? You choose their lemon pound cake. This blows it out of the water. It really does. And that juice is almost twice the cost. If you were to buy two 60 ml bottles of it, it would cost you about $50 to $60. So this really blows that out of the water. In the Food Fighter e-juice version, I did get some sort of weird off taste to it. It was like overly sweet, and it just had a nasty aftertaste. And it was also a little harsh. I don't know if I got a weird batch of that or whatever. I do have both of these in 3 milligrams nicotine, so that's all I vape, so that's really what I'm basing everything off of. But this is one of the most enjoyable vape flavors I've had in a very, very long time. Unlike the Kettlecorn, I'd say this one has no throat hit at all. Well, not none, but not anything that would turn anybody away from it. On my scale, again, 0 being 0 milligrams, 10 being 3 with terrible nicotine, I'd give this a 2. You do feel it going in, but it doesn't burn, it doesn't sting, it doesn't taste weird, nothing. In terms of flavor quality, I would honestly give this one a 9 out of 10. It is one of the tastiest juices I've had, if not ever, if in a really long time. It's awesome. In terms of accuracy to a lemon pound cake, like a real one, I have to give it an 8. I think when you're eating a real lemon pound cake, you might get slightly less lemon than you would in this, but that's really being nitpicky. This flavor's so delicious, so delicious. I can't recommend it strongly enough. Cloud production is on both of them is pretty good. I really talked about in a past video about not really rating cloud production because it completely depends on your coil, what wattage you're vaping at, what atomizer you're using. It depends on everything. I believe these liquids are it says max VG, but that doesn't really mean anything because all max VG means is that anything that isn't flavoring is vegetable glycerin VG. So I don't know if these are 10, 20, or 30% flavoring. I have no idea. But just looking at the viscosity of the pound cake, I'd say somewhere between 70-30 and an 80-20. And then on the Boardwalk, that looks more like a 70-30 to me. Maybe 75-25. Really hard to tell, honestly, considering my bottles are mostly full and nothing's moving around too much in there. But seriously, guys, Tasty Waves e-liquid is really, really good. This is the first time I've tried any flavors from them, and I pulled the trigger. How could I not? You know, $31 after the shipping, which was enough to get it to me in one day. $31, 2 120 ml bottles, a ton of juice, and a ton of delicious juice at that. Like, I feel like I'm gushing a bit, but seriously, this is some of the most bang for your buck e-liquid that I've tasted in a really long time. When it comes to budget e-juice, it's hard because, you know, you'll see like fan pages and Facebook groups and all kinds of things where you see people raving, oh, this is the best juice I've ever had, this one's amazing, this one's perfect. You know, they really inflate the language. So it kind of sways people to buy them, and I've had people say that about budget juice companies before, and I got it, and it was either, you know, it could have been great, but it could have just been good too. So something someone might say is the best thing I've ever tasted to me or to you might only be decent. Um, in terms of living up to the hype, this one really does live up to the hype. They have a ton of other flavors, and honestly, I'm considering messaging Roger right now, who's a fantastic, nice guy, always active on Facebook. You can talk to him pretty much at any time. I'm really considering talking to him and seeing if this sale is still going on and getting 2 more 120 mils of different flavors, because seriously, it's fire. It's absolutely fire e-liquid. I don't think I missed anything, but if I did, I'll put it in either an annotation or a comment or something like that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I definitely recommend Tasty Waves Premium e-liquid. All right, thanks for watching, guys.